guys, and welcome back to the 7th episode of Perfectly Unmatched. It feels slightly weird because we are filming twice in 1 week because our friend Leah here is actually going to be leaving next week. She won't be here, so we can't record next week, but that's okay because we're still bringing you premium quality content of two friends that argue a lot but also have the same opinions on certain things. And in this episode, I just wanted to preface this that we're going to be talking about 3 M's: movies, music, and moving, because Leah wants to move, I guess. I'm not really sure why, but it is what it is. So would you like to, I guess, introduce your topic? Which one you'd like to start with? Movies, music, moving?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Weather boy? I'm slightly grumpy today
He is.
because
I don't know what
it's
it is.
gray.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? You don't know where that's from?
No.
It's like a 4th of July vine.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, wait, yeah.
What kind of fireworks are those? Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Yeah, the little kid.
Yeah.
I thought you were actually talking about the weather. I am very upset, though, because of the weather.
We know.
It's gray, and it's slightly rainy, and it's cold.
I'm having a great time. I'm sorry. Yeah. I move in June. I'm extremely excited about it because this is my first move. I've moved so much, but this is my first move without family. So I'm like excited. Like there's pros and cons to it because at the same time, I haven't lived with my siblings in a very long time. But I remember when I first moved out and I had like I didn't really have my siblings around because when I moved in with my dad, I'm an only child. So I don't really have like the additional like friends that I normally have on a day-to-day basis, but it just, I don't know. So for a while that was really overwhelming because I'm like, well, I'm not used to this. Like I'm used to somebody yelling, somebody, playing, laughing, crying, whatever, the whole ordeal. So being around my siblings, honestly, I feel like is why I'm so codependent in a sense of like I need to be with somebody because I've always had that around. So now that it's kind of my own thing, it's weird. It's really weird. And I'm only 23. I'm talking slow because I have peanut butter in my mouth, by the way. But I'm only 23. So if you could save up and take the time that you need to, if your parents aren't charging you rent, if your parents are barely charging you on bills, stay home. Me personally, though, I just think I want to pay for peace. And that's as much as I want to say on that. But I'm excited. I really am. I'm excited to move. I'm excited to kind of like decorate my home in the way that I would want to decorate it. And I'm such a like room person. Like I always stay in my own room. Everywhere I've moved, I've always just been in my room and then I would leave and go somewhere else. So the fact that I'm going to have a home where I am literally wandering my household is very scary for me. Also, are you going to help me move?
I guess. If I'm free, yeah.
Will you help me like decorate? We're also going to be filming in my new home.
You mean like decorate as in like just put whatever you buy up? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
That's going to be our new setup. So we're going to be filming the podcast in my new home. It will be a work in progress.
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to be a work in progress for a little bit, but yeah.
But it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be dandy. I'm very excited to move. How do you feel about me moving 30 minutes away from you? 40, actually.
Congrats. You're acting like we see each other every day anyway. It's still going to be a once a week thing.
Just because you're moody doesn't mean you have to be mean to me.
You say congrats. What do you want to say?
You didn't say it in a good tone.
Congrats. Is that what you wanted to say?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like it's going to be that different. Yeah. We live in America. It's not like people aren't used to driving far. People drive like 2 hours to work.
If these are really good mics, they're hearing me too.
They are, yeah. We got new mics, by the way. I got new mics because I wanted better audio quality for some of the other videos that I'm doing for other projects that I'm working on. So
So if you hear me chewing, I'm so sorry. And if that triggers you, I also deeply apologize. Um, yeah. So I'm very excited about moving. When do you think you'll ever move?
You want to have enough money to either move out of state or move out of country.
I used to have that same thought process, and then I was like, no, I'm good off that. I think I want to just go do my own thing. And this is my thing too, is like, why do you want to do that when your family is here? What if something were to happen and you're like
You could fly back.
away?
Yeah, we're in such a connected world that like you just hop on a flight
He
and
swears
come back.
it's that easy.
What do you mean?
What if you were in the hospital or something and your family couldn't get to you?
Well, I have to live with the decisions of my actions or whatever it's called. The consequences of my actions. It is what it is. I just personally would like to live in another place.
Mm.
I don't really like where we live. The like overall setup.
I love where we live. I just think it's really expensive to live here. But I love where we live.
it just depends on what I'm doing in the future.
Mm.
Like there's obviously certain benefits that you get by leaving the state that we're in.
They know what state we're in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Illinois.
But you get certain benefits for leaving the state.
Like what?
Like in certain states, you get tax cuts. Like you don't have to pay as much tax. There's cleaner air. It's cheaper. You could buy more land for the same amount of money you could pay for a house here, as in like house plus land,
Yeah.
not just box with little yard.
Mm-hmm.
Certain laws.
Explain them.
Like for me personally, I'm a big proponent of the Second Amendment, and it's kind of hard to do that here in Illinois. It's like I would go to a state that's more lenient, I guess, or more free.
Mm-hmm.
Also, certain states have higher speed limits, and I like going fast, so I would go to one of those states.
It sounds like you're leaving for childish reasons.
But I'd also like to.
I want to shoot my gun, and I want to. Oh, sorry. I don't think I could say that.
No, you can.
I want to pew pew, and I want to speed. That's literally what you just told me. That's literally what I got from what you just explained to me.
Well, it's not just that.
I want to leave Illinois because I want to pew pew freely and speed freely. Is what I got.
I'd also like, but like, it's not just that because like I also consider moving out of country. So like, other countries don't have that. So like, I'd be obviously trading off things. It's just I would like to experience another version of reality. Because living in another country is obviously different than living here completely. So for me, it's like, I'm not really that attached to where we are.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, but I do think I would want to be where my family is. Like if my mom wanted to move to like Europe, I'm going right there with her. Because I don't want to be away from my family.
I would just try to make enough money to bring my family with me. Realistically.
That makes sense.
That's all.
Yeah.
I don't really see this. Plus, also like, even if I were to like live here forever, which I hope not, but I digress. Like I'd still like try to make enough money to where like I could buy my family a house, but I'd have my own house.
Yeah,
but, like have them close to me. Like I don't want to live where
with
we
them,
are. Yeah,
but different. Yeah,
like close. You know what I mean? I guess that's my take on moving out. It's not really that, I guess, serious for me. Like I'm not hellbent on moving right now, but eventually I will be once I start making money or more money.
Yeah.
But
I love the thought of moving out. I have loved this thought since I was about 8 years old. I have always wanted to move out. I was one of those kids where it was like I'm moving out as soon as I'm 18 and then realize that it's not that easy.
Especially not these days.
No,
with
at
these
all.
rent prices.
At all. I was making $14 an hour, please. Not even at the time. I think I was making 12. But yeah, so I get really.
She's just really excited to leave.
I just burped. If that caught on the camera, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, I'm really excited to leave because it's just like I really do get to get my own space, and I want to know if maybe my environment will improve my mental state. Not saying that my family mentally drains me, but I think being around the same people for a long time really mentally drains me.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So
It looks
I'm
like this isn't
just,
going to be a long podcast.
yeah. So I'm just excited to see how I am on my own.
That's good.
Yeah.
I know I am totally different when I'm on my own, by the way. Like when I'm
mhm,
when I was away from my family,
mhm.
like even on vacation, I was a completely different person. Like I feel like I was so free. I gotta act how I wanted to and blah
Because
blah
no
blah.
one can tell you what to do, how to feel. You know, the whole 3 yard, the whole 9 yards. Um,
I'll be honest with you.
mhm.
It slightly took me back to that version of myself where I was like, well, I don't think you would like me in that version. I don't think a lot of people would like me in that version that didn't know me before.
Mhm.
Like I was, I was back to my, I guess, crazed era. I
Mhm.
guess just I'm gonna do that, like all over the place. But
Mhm.
I don't know.
But I mean, it is what it is. If that's how you want, I'm
That's how
gonna
you want to
actually
live.
stop eating the show here. If that's how you want to live, that's how you want to live. I'm not gonna harp on you to do better than that because at the end of the day, if you're not hurting anybody or yourself, I don't care. Do whatever you want, say whatever you want, unless it's hurting you or somebody else. So,
Oh, I just realized something else.
hmm.
Also, going back to the like moving to a different state thing, it's
Mhm.
also because I'd like to have a bigger family, which means I need a bigger house, which means it'd be cheaper
What?
somewhere else. But also, I feel like healthcare costs differ state by state, and if I'd like a bigger family, I feel like I'd have to go somewhere where healthcare is a little more affordable. Because here it's like here it's terribly
It's
expensive.
idiotically expensive.
So,
Which state are you thinking?
Texas, Florida, uh, Tennessee, maybe.
If you move to Tennessee, I will
Uh,
go with you.
somewhere that's hot most of the time.
I can. If you move to Tennessee, I would go with you. That's as far as I'd get, though. I will not do Florida. I will not do Texas.
I would love to do Florida. It's hot all the time. Well, most of the time, it's sunny.
They get
It's,
natural disasters, and I don't enjoy that.
yeah, but they're prepared for it. You just be prepared for it.
Yeah, but you're not from there, so you wouldn't know how to prepare for it for real.
Well, you learn.
No,
There's a
I'm
thing
okay.
called learning.
I'd rather just not go there to not learn. Like I shouldn't have to learn that. If I can avoid that, I will. Um,
You're like my mom.
Smart woman. Um,
But I don't know. It's not that big of a like. If you want to move, move. If you don't want to move, don't move. If you're not getting kicked out, don't. I guess you don't have to leave. You know what I mean?
right.
It's all up to everybody. It's what you want and what you think is going to be better for yourself.
Hmm.
Period.
Why?
Why what?
Your little bursts really do just kill me. Anyway,
I get a little burst of energy. Yeah.
we see that.
Sue me.
What's your current favorite movie?
Current favorite movie? Like the one I like watching the most right now? Uh, Avatar. The original Avatar, not The Way of Water.
What's your like
All time favorite.
fascination with Avatar?
Well, going back to the moving thing, I would definitely go to another planet where I get to live in a planet where it's
No,
just all nature.
what's your fascination with Avatar?
Exactly. That's basically it. It's their planet. It's
Okay.
They haven't destroyed it by making like a bunch of gray, boxy shaped buildings everywhere.
So you want that is such a hot take. We had the power to do anything with this freaking world.
Yeah, we chose to make cubicles.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, you made, yeah, and you, like, we had so much power to do so much with this world, and y'all chose cubicles and credit scores. Like, are you fucking?
So that's my fascination with Avatar.
I hate it here.
Also, like I just like any movie that's not set in contemporary times
Really?
because of that reason, right? Like for like like old school war movies, like World War II movies. I like those,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just because I'm a history geek.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I like How to Train Your Dragon, for example, because it's set in like old school, like Viking era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like cool buildings, ride dragons, blah blah. Avatar, because it's set on a whole different planet. Even to an extent, Hunger Games, because everything like it's kind of got like we moved past the cubicle era. It's like
Do you think
it's,
he would survive the Hunger Games?
oh yeah,
Really?
hmm oh yeah, I would definitely survive the Hunger Games.
Really?
Yeah.
If we
There's
were both in the Hunger Games together, would you kill me?
if you slow me down,
No, we wouldn't be around each other, but would you kill me?
if it got to like what the last two, and I had to kill you to like move on, like to live. I mean, sorry.
Why wouldn't you just do what Katniss and Peeta did?
That's so much work and going on tour and everything.
I will whoop your ass.
Then you got your own thing going on. Like shit, I'm just trying to live my life.
I hate you.
Also, like Candace and Peeta, they had to like basically help them each other throughout the whole Hunger Games to convince them it's not gonna work if like I dip and then like you dip and you somehow make it to the end and are like, oh, we're dating by the way, don't make us kill
That's
each other.
fucking weird.
Because that's basically what they did. I'm just spoilers, I guess. If you
We have to go.
go where? What are you talking about?
They have the Hunger Games book at Target.
Fine, we'll go.
Target straight ahead, by the way. I have to get the newest Hunger Games book. I have to get it because I'm going on when I get on the plane I'll have something to read. And I'm really excited. Do you know what this
on a
is?
plane? You're so lucky.
Shut
I love
up.
planes.
I know. Do you know what this book is about?
No, I'm guessing it's like a prequel.
Yes.
Is it?
Of Haymitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say because they did snow the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. But his is really interesting. Do you know how his storyline comes to be?
No.
His game. So you know how it's 24 tributes?
Yeah.
This time around it was 48.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 4 from each district.
It was like one of the special ones.
Yeah. And he won that. And I was like, wow, that's insane. But the way that he won it was the same way that Katniss kind of won. Or not won, but she like destroyed. You know how she destroyed that?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
force
Spoilers,
field or
by the
whatever.
way.
It's not a spoiler. Read the fucking book. But basically, yeah, like that's how she ended up
Yeah, I get you though.
winning, or not winning, but she like destroyed the game. But that's how he ended up winning because he ended up, But yeah, no, I'm really excited. Once I read it, I'm gonna spoil it for you guys. So if you don't want it to be spoiled, just let me know. My current favorite movie, but going off of the Hunger Games, I love the Hunger Games trilogy. But going off of my favorite movie right now is a musical.
Okay, not unexpected.
Yeah. But I feel like it's a really interesting. Recently, I've been really into like interesting movies. Like you have to have like that storyline has to be so key for me to like watch it.
Okay.
So currently, it's this movie that was taken back in 2015. It's with Jeremy Jordan and Anna Kendrick.
You're saying actors. I can't know actors, but I don't know actors.
The girl from Pitch Perfect, the main girl.
I don't know what Pitch Perfect is.
I'll show you. You make me mad. Anyways, so it's her and Jeremy Jordan.
Okay.
And basically, the way that this storyline works is that they are currently in a relationship,
Okay.
right? They start dating. One of them is striving to be a writer.
Okay.
The other one is striving to be an actress.
Okay.
So, as they get married. They get an apartment. They're living together, the whole shebang. Still trying to get into their careers. This man writes a book and it sells out.
Okay.
Like he is doing so well.
A millionaire.
Yeah, he's just doing amazing for himself. And it's like, okay, that's great. That's awesome. Like that's what you should want for your partner, right?
Okay.
She's not doing as well. She's not getting auditions. It's not working out for her in her favor. So she's just like lost. And so she's watching this man be so successful in his career,
Okay.
feeling like, wow, like I'm so far back and I'm behind. So she starts to eventually blame him
Okay.
in a sense where she's just like,
Jealous.
in a way, but not really. Because I guess there was this one part of the movie where he comes to visit her because they ended up being separated because she had to go. She did get a part, but it was in Ohio.
Okay.
And then he was living in New York City.
Ohio skibbity wrist toilet. Sorry, continue.
And so then he flies from New York to Ohio to go hang out, do whatever, see her show. And then he's like basically saying like, oh, well, I have a book releasing party, this and that. And she's like, you don't have to go to a party with the same people you know. And then I guess it was her birthday.
Okay.
So she was just like, bro, like you can't even stay with me for my birthday. And it's like in her way, like I get where they were both coming from because for her it was like you've lost sight of everything just because of your career.
Yeah.
He did not know how to balance his career and I think his career happened so quickly that he just didn't know how to handle it.
He wasn't prepared for it, yeah.
Whereas for her, it was like she was trying to explain that to him, and to him, he was just like, "You're jealous of me. You're not happy for me. You don't want me to succeed unless you succeed." And then there was this one part where I felt so like
attacked.
not attacked at all. No, it was more like it really hit me. But it was like he was basically saying, "I won't fail for you to be comfortable." And I was just sitting there and I'm like, that, no, but it is. Because I'm just like, you shouldn't.
That's why I said it.
You shouldn't, no matter what state you're in your relationship, you should constantly think about yourself and really think about, hey, this is what I want to do with my career. And if your partner is falling behind, as unfortunate as that is, that's a them thing. That is their career. That is their path that they're choosing to take. There's only so much that you can do, and you shouldn't be faulted for that. But anyways, spoiler alert.
I was gonna say you still have to help them. Like you're in a partnership.
I mean, of course, help them, but they could only help. You could only help so much.
Yeah, but that's kind of messed up. Missing your partner's birthday. I'm sorry.
I'm not denying that. I'm not saying he's a perfect man, but what I am saying is like. It really did feel like, damn, like you don't want me to succeed unless you do. And that's not fair.
I guess.
Like, of course we want each other to succeed, but if I was successful, right? And my partner sat there and was like, I hate the attention that you're getting. I hate that you're doing this. And I'm like, okay, I can understand maybe say in a different way that I'm not prioritizing you. But for you to sit there and downplay my successes as if I didn't work for it, you worked for it and I worked for it. Unfortunately, one of us just got there.
Yeah.
And then, so long story short, it's not a fucking spoiler. This movie came out 10 years ago. I don't care. He ends up leaving her.
You haven't even named the movie.
Oh, the last 5 years.
Okay.
This literally was taking place within 5 years. And so
I was gonna say you haven't name dropped the movie.
and for it to be a musical. I get it. People don't like musicals, but this is actually a really good movie, and I really do think that people should watch it to really get that perspective in. And I also was thinking about it in the sense of like, what if the roles were reversed, right? What if she became successful? What if she was, the moneymaker, the breadwinner, whatever, and she decides to leave him? In everyone's head, we'd be like, proud of you, like, good for you, queen, like, yes, leave the man. So why is it okay for her to do it, but not for him? Right? Because I was sitting there looking at that movie.
Double standards.
Exactly. But that's annoying as fuck because I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this and I'm like, he's successful. He's doing amazing. He's looking out for himself. Good for him. Right?
Yeah, okay.
If you asked me this 4 years ago, I would have been like, he's an idiot. Like, how dare he make his woman feel so low and this and that? He's not making her feel low. It's herself. I'm sorry if your career path is not going the way you want it to, and you're the only shows you're getting in Ohio.
Everybody always gets there.
Eventually, but don't downplay his achievements because you felt insecure within yourself.
Yeah,
and that's why you got left, and that's why he literally left you.
Did she at least have a happy ending? Did she get her acting career?
No, I don't think so.
Big L.
Yeah.
Big L. So that's your favorite movie right now?
Currently, yes, because I do believe that you should succeed And if your partner is the reason you're being held back, that's not a good partner.
Okay, so what's your top 5 movies of all time?
Ooh, okay,
Of all time.
of
One
all
obviously
time.
being the best, and then
Of
5 being
course, of course,
still great, but like
of course.
your least of
My
your
top
best.
5.
I don't know why I had to explain that like that.
No, you're fine. In no particular order. Beauty and the Beast, The Notebook.
That doesn't work. I think you said one is the best, 5 is the worst.
Well, I don't have like a.
No, you gotta put them in order.
Okay. Can you do yours so I can think about it?
Yeah, I can do mine.
Thank you.
How to Train Your Dragon 1. Right.
How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Uh,
How to Train Your Dragon 3.
so How to Train Your Dragon is 1. Avatar is 2. Wind Talkers is 3. How to Train Your Dragon 2 is 4. And 5th would be the only movie that's actually ever made me cry. How to Train Your Dragon 3 is the only movie that's actually made me cry in it.
You're so annoying.
So I would put yeah. It's because I was so sad when Toothless and Pickup had to separate, and it was the end of the era. Oh, God.
Right.
It's making me tear up slightly. It's like I'm acting. Maybe I probably would. No, but it is number 3, and it actually did make me cry. Actually, we were in the theater. Funny story. I went with some friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I was tearing. Like I was actually like crying at the end of the theater because this was like right when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And some lady like came up to us like, "It's okay, mijo," and I got a hug. I was happy.
Please, that's so funny. Not
Yeah.
you getting a hug.
I actually have a picture of like me next to like the I guess how they have the promotional thing
Mhm.
of like the cardboard cutouts,
Mhm.
and then like you could tell that I had been crying.
Oh my, you're so annoying for that.
I was It was special shout out though to Oppenheimer though. Like that's an honorable
was a good
mention.
one.
Oppenheimer was
That one's a good
an
one.
honorable mention.
Mm,
But yeah.
okay, are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for yours. Mine was very quick. I knew right away.
Sorry, it took me a minute.
Gosh.
I love movies. Like I don't think anybody understands me. Let me not eat this before I speak. Sorry. Okay, so number 1 that takes the cake is this movie called Waves,
Okay.
and it's basically it's about like this black family.
Okay.
And this kid was literally just going to school or he was like a sports guy. He was supposed to go to school with a sports scholarship, whatever, right?
Okay.
Got good grades, cool. The stereotypical like dad, hard on son, thing, whatever. Then, there's the mother and the daughter. The guy gets a girlfriend, he gets her pregnant. They're fighting about who is going to
Take care of it.
like no, not even like if are we going to abort the child or are we going to
okay.
and she was basically saying like no, I want to keep it. Couldn't go through with it. He drove her to the clinic. She was like, I can't go through with it. They started getting into a fight, and then whatever, they break up. He's like crashing out because he's like, well, she still has my kid. Like, what am I supposed to do? They go to a party. Oh no, she goes to a party, and his sister, go to the same exact party. He goes in, she's getting drinks, and he loses his mind. He's like, why are you drinking when you're pregnant? Like you're with a kid. And she's like, this isn't for me, like this is for my friends. They get into this big ass fight, and he pushes her, she falls, she hits her head, she starts bleeding, she dies. He now goes to prison for the rest of his life. And so then we get his storyline a little bit, and then we get his sister's storyline. And his sister is like trying to cope with the fact that her brother is in jail now because he killed somebody. Like really just like it really genuinely, like you could see how it really just affected her. And like then she starts meeting this boy, and this boy like doesn't have a relationship with his dad, but the dad's dying. So she was like, let's go together, we'll go, we'll go see your dad, and whatever. Then she has like this, like, and then her parents are looking for her. She's like, I'm safe, I'm good, I'm coming back home. She comes back home. She's talking to her dad, and like she finally like loses it. Like mentally, it was just like my
Crush out.
my brother's a monster, and her dad is like trying to get her to understand like your brother's not a monster. Your brother was just like it was an accident that wasn't supposed to go that far.
Yeah. Okay.
Like and it really was like he wasn't trying to like harm her in that way. It just happened to be like that was a circumstance. But I think that's a really powerful movie. Really love that movie, Waves.
So what one?
That's number one for me right now. Then we got Beauty and the Beast. It's just been my favorite movie since I was little.
Okay.
The Notebook. Everybody should know The Notebook by now, and if you don't, I think you live under a rock.
I don't know.
It's basically, long story short, it's about. I didn't ask you about your movies because I knew about them.
Actually, well, all my
You
movies are
also
known
should've.
except for, I guess, Wind Talkers,
Yeah.
which I can explain that after.
Okay. The Notebook is about a couple. They have a summer fling. Then they break up, and he writes to her for 365 days. She's literally about to get married. He builds her her dream house.
Yeah.
She's like, I have to break up this wedding. Then goes to him and like chooses him.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Spider-Man: Far From Home. Oh no Way Home.
Is that the one where they forget about him?
Yes.
Yeah.
It cured something in my childhood as somebody that loved Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man and somebody who loved Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker. And there's a freaking difference. I think Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker was amazing, but I think Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man was like
Better.
Something about that movie just healed me. I had the blast. I have never been so excited about a movie since then. And that was what, 2021? 2020? Yeah. So I have not been excited about a movie ever since then.
2021,
Yeah. I've loved that movie. Hunger Games. Just one of my
So that's fourth?
No, that's the fifth.
That's the fifth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should explain, I guess, Wind Talkers is a
fine.
story about Nicolas Cage playing a commander of a squad in World War II. His original squad gets, off. And then he comes back to training. He's not supposed to be able to go back to the army because of his injury, but he convinces his doctor to let him go back. And he's supposed to guard this Navajo code talker, the Native Americans that we like used in World War II to so the Japanese couldn't understand our communications. He hates them. He hates him. And then, but towards the end of the movie, they start to like each other. And then at the end of the movie, Nicolas Cage or Joe Enders sacrifices himself to save him. And we see the code talker come back and name his son after Joe. But yeah, it's kind of one of those stories where it's like, it goes from hating your partner to accepting your partner to, it was also kind of it dealt with a little bit of racism because I guess the white soldiers were calling the code talkers Japanese because they kind of looked like them. So it dealt with a lot of I guess racial issues in the military at that time, but also it's just a war movie and I like the war movies. Also, it has my favorite actor ever, Nicolas Cage. So I actually played him in we did a wax museum thing in fifth grade, and everybody got to pick a character or an actor or whatever to portray, and I chose Nicolas Cage.
So. I love Nicolas Cage.
So.
No, I don't. I don't know why I just said that.
You lie.
I do. I'm a Johnny Depp girl through and through.
Not even in the same era, but okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Anyways.
But that was movies. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about movies? What's your most hated movie?
Oh. Hated.
Your most disliked movie?
I don't think I could think of one right now.
You don't think you could think of a most disliked movie?
There isn't a movie I really hated.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh! But I don't hate it because it was a bad movie. I just hate that this is the world that we live in.
Okay.
Sound of Freedom?
I don't know what that is.
And that's crazy that you don't know what that is. So basically, Sound of Freedom was about children and immigration, or not immigration, but sex trafficking.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry.
and how they sex traffic children and all of that. Immigrated children. I think that's why I bring up immigration.
Okay.
It was a really screwed up movie. It wasn't even that long ago. I think it was like 2021, 2022. Um, and movie theaters were saying that these movies were sold out, and there was barely anybody in the theater.
Oh, it's the one where they were. Oh, I know. It's the one where they were trying to hide people so like people wouldn't go see it, right?
And yeah, and wouldn't go watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's so weird.
Because it exposed a lot of like actual like
what goes on in America, and
Yeah.
it's just like I watched that movie and I was so like gut wrenched.
So you don't hate the movie, you hate what? Like
I hate the fact that there's a movie about what is going on in America, and it's like okay,
silence.
I get yes, and it's getting silence, and it's like okay, cool, we're getting a movie about it, but what the hell are we doing about it? Like I don't know, it's sickening, and it's sickening to me that people enjoy children. Like what is your no, I can't. Like that really does make me so sick to my stomach. Like what do you mean you find this little 9-year-old girl attractive?
There's something not right.
There's something mentally, there's a chemical imbalance in your brain. There is something wrong with you, and I want to know like when did that happen? Like when were you like I admire children in that way?
No, those people are tapped.
Like it's so sickening to me. It really is. It's so disgusting. I can't deal with things. Oh, I don't like for the same reason 5 Feet Apart, I think is what it's called. It's a movie about cystic fibrosis, and cystic fibrosis is something that's within my family.
Yeah.
So like watching movies that are related to us, it kind of just like it like makes me mad because I'm like, damn, like because one, sometimes the representation of it isn't always accurate.
Okay.
And two, it's a hard watch when you're just like yeah, some of it is represented really well. Oh, I actually do hate a movie, and I do hate a movie because it could have been done better. It Ends With Us. It's a really recent movie. It's with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. It was a Colleen Hoover book, and it's supposed to represent domestic violence.
Okay.
And going into it, that movie sucked so freaking bad. Like, first of all, Blake Lively is a little Hollywood brat. I don't like her at all in any way. And like she was really good in Gossip Girl. She played Serena van der Woodsen, but that girl is like Serena van der Woodsen through and through. Like that's not a character you're playing. Like you really are like you're like that. And
she took method acting to the max.
Right. But it feels like in every film that she does, like she's always like it's that's the only character I'll ever see her as. And you have to be such a good actor to be like when I see Tom Holland in other films that's not Spider-Man, I don't see him as that Spider-Man. No, I see him as whatever character he's playing right there and then. If I see an actor, and they're playing in a different movie, but I can only see the one character that they were really known for playing, I don't think you did well as an actor. And that's just my hot take on that. Same thing with Johnny Depp. Like, I see him in other movies. I don't think of Pirates of the Caribbean or whatever, Jack Sparrow, whatever the fuck the case was.
Jack Sparrow?
Yeah. I don't know if that's his most known movie. Yeah, it would be his most known movie.
Yeah, it's up there at least. It's up there.
But anytime I see him in anything else, I don't see him as Jack Sparrow. I'm like, oh, that's Johnny Depp playing this person. But no, she is a raging psychopath. I don't even know how to explain that. Yeah. When she was promoting this movie, mind you, not a lot of people read the books. Okay, yeah, and that's okay. But when she's promoting this movie, she's like, this is a movie about love and women empowerment and what it's like to be a woman and the beauty of it and flowers and this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, if you go to Justin Baldoni's like, this movie is about domestic violence. This is not something that you should take lightly. This is not a game. Like, if you need help, here are the phone numbers. Here's the access, things of that nature. So going into that movie, like, I knew it was about domestic violence, but like, because I was watching, like, I was mostly looking at Blake stuff. So for me, I was like, oh, maybe they kind of like toned it down a bit. I went in there and like those scenes were so intense to me because I'm like, that's not what she was promoting.
Yeah.
She was not promoting live life. She was promoting live laugh love. This is not very live laugh love.
Yeah.
And so I was sitting there, I literally sobbed in the theater because I'm like, I don't think I can like handle this. Like I can't take it.
Yeah.
And so no, and then she's trying to sue him now for sexual harassment. And if you want to look into that because that's a whole. I will talk about that in a different freaking podcast because I could go on with this for like 45 fucking minutes. She's a stupid human
The
being.
next podcast, Leah talks about her least favorite actor.
Yeah, I know, and she is my least favorite actor. I do not like her. She's like you could tell when a person is evil, and she's the epitome of evil. I don't like her. She's trying to sue him for sexual harassment. Whole time, all he was like, the real thing was is that he had a back problem,
Uh-huh.
and he asked her how much she weighed, and she was just like, oh my god, he's fat shaming me. Meanwhile, this girl is so skinny, so thin.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
He's fat shaming me. No, babe, he has a back problem. So if he lifts you, he's gonna hurt you and himself.
Yeah.
Don't be a fucking idiot. You want to? Oh, she pisses me the fuck off.
Mine are a little bit more simple. Ant-Man Quantumania. I did not like because it was very boring. It was a very lackluster Marvel movie, but more so
That's a movie.
Quantumania, the most recent Ant-Man movie. Anyway, but also for reasons that I don't I my least favorite movies would be the new Star Wars trilogy series of movies. Not because like of who they cast as who they cast, right? But because it's like Rey didn't have to be Rey Skywalker. Like you could have just made her own thing, right? Like you don't have to, I guess, bring back the name. Like the name could have just been left in peace. Like the storyline
Like let
was
characters
ended.
be their own
Yeah.
individual selves. Yeah.
Also, I just think that the movies were lackluster in terms of their fight scenes. Like even in the original Star Wars movies, like the lightsaber battles were way cooler. In the prequel era, awesome. I mean, we had the Anakin Obi-Wan fight at the end of Revenge of the Sith, which was just amazing, right? But this just looked like it was kids swinging bats instead of like people who are supposed to be trained, because she did get trained by Luke at the end. So it was quite interesting, and I did not like it for that reason, for what it did to Star Wars. I think it could have been better executed as like the Star Wars comeback, and it could have had a better story. But I mean, Disney was capable of making better story. Like we had the Mandalorian, which was good for a while. Like that.
You know the girls were eating that shit the fuck up.
What?
We were loving the Mandalorian.
Okay, yeah. Anyway,
it's a little baby Yoda.
Grogu, but okay, yeah, sure.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, whatever. But I guess that brings us to our last M of the day, which is music, which is fitting because Leah is normally takes the aux for no reason because I have great music tastes.
He listens to Nightcore music.
I listen to all music.
Nightcore.
Like literally
We literally just listen to a song.
It's
like
sped up versions of original music. Yeah. But I in my playlist, in my actual playlist on YouTube, because I use YouTube, I don't use Spotify. It has literally everything.
Like, do you want a cookie because you use YouTube and not Spotify?
I'm different.
Do you want a cookie? Do you want a treat?
Yeah.
Because you're different from the other girls?
Not basic.
Please. Keep your fucking YouTube premium, bitch.
Y'all out here with your Spotify Wrapped or whatever. I'm out here in my YouTube Wrapped. Better. Anyway, I would say I'm more versatile in the type of music that I like because I like way more genres. You have a type of music that you like.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You play the same type of music every time we're together.
Because I don't know what you like.
I like literally everything. If you would be interested in my playlist, you'd know that I have country music in my playlist, rock music, heavy metal. I got nightcore. I got slowed and reverb songs. I got pop. I got literally everything.
We were literally listening to I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry the minute I walked in here.
Yeah, exactly. And after that, we listened to Ed Sheeran.
Nancy Mulligan.
Yep. So I'm all over the place, but I'm versatile. Whereas you have some weird taste,
I don't have weird
some
tastes.
out there taste. Explain to the audience your music tastes.
I listen to everything except whatever the fuck he listens to.
But I listen to everything, so that means
What's not true.
you're a walking contradiction.
I'm Arctic Monkeys, The
I listen to them.
Neighborhood.
I don't listen to them.
Exactly, so shut up. The Neighborhood. Really into Tate McRae recently.
Listen to him. Yep.
Him.
I just
Yeah, you're full of shit.
Yeah, that one I am.
Tate McRae. Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, I listen to her.
Love her. I was in an Olivia Rodrigo phase for a while.
You were.
Um,
That is true.
Harry Styles, my main man. Love him. Kanye West. Love him. I'll defend him till the day I die. I am a Kanye defender. What he says and what he does, it's not him. I promise. It's whatever personality's taking over that day. That's how I feel about Kanye. I love him so much. I will protect him at all costs. So yeah. And then do you know what artist do you think of when you think of me? We should have the same answer.
This is gonna be Harry Styles.
No.
I would say Harry Styles.
You think of me when you listen to Harry Styles?
I don't listen to Harry Styles that often, but sure, yeah. You said when I think of you, what artist do I think of? And I would say Harry Styles, yes.
When I think of you, I think of Shawn Mendes.
Why?
Because all of junior year, that's all we played was fucking Shawn Mendes music.
Junior year was a long time ago.
That I remember us bonding over Shawn Mendes for so
And we
long.
did bond over Shawn Mendes, yes. But it was also that one summer.
Mm-hmm.
So it was interesting.
Oh my god, who cares? We had a great time other than the rest of it.
We did. I wouldn't say Shawn Mendes though. That's crazy though.
I think Shawn Mendes. I think that was the first part of our bond. It was our Shawn Mendes moment.
Our Shawn Mendes era.
Our Shawn Mendes era. We had a karaoke. We were literally
There was
karaoke
only one
in this
song,
car. No, it wasn't. Can't Have You and then Senorita with him and Camila Cabello.
Oh, that one was good. It was 2 songs. Played on repeat.
Treat You Better. Treat You Better?
Isn't Treat You Better Ed Sheeran?
No.
Doesn't Ed Sheeran have a song that's similar to it?
No.
I'm thinking of somebody that has a song similar to that then. But okay, fair enough.
Listen to a lot. This is a very monotone podcast this week. I'm just really tired. I still am not done packing. I need to pack. And it's annoying because I work every damn day.
Just quit. I'm sorry.
Not everyone get that.
I made designs on my cup.
Wow.
Yeah. Alright guys. We hope you enjoyed this more laid back, drawn back episode. Let us know if the audio is better on these mics. We hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you would like to hear more. Leave a like. Comment. Do you guys agree with some of our takes? Do you guys like the same movies as us? And yeah, take care. Stay safe. Enjoy life. Be healthy. And don't stress as much. It's just life. Bye. Oh, that was cringe. That was so cringe.